think we need to agree on 3 types of businesses, because so many people here. Let's go with 3 types of businesses and make sure that as we look at these Christmas ideas, we relate it back to those. So we've got a fashion boutique.
Yeah.
We've got a hotel, and which third one should we pick? Trying to because the fashion boutique would fit to work with all the retailers on the call. Oh look, this one's interesting. There's a health and well-being as well. So sort of spa, I presume that means. Let me Debbie, if you can confirm, does that mean so if we thought about doing a third one for spa, how does that work for you? And I can see we've got lots of health food shop or independent. Oh, okay. So actually, let's look at this. I think if we do fashion retail, because we've got an independent department store as well, that'd be good. And health food shop. Yeah, let's do hotel, fashion retailer, and a health food shop. Does that sound good? Those will be the 3 that we kind of use as our demos as we go through. And what we do is we go through these ideas. There are 100 ideas here, and I'm really sorry we're good, but we're not that good. We can't do 100 on this call. So we will go through. We've done sort of up to 24, I think, on previous webinars. So because there are quite a lot of people on this call, there might be some other people that have seen these before. We're going to start from number 24, but there's some ideas that we're going to bring forward. Now, these ideas, I'll be quite straight with you, have been produced by AI. And the idea is that they're designed to just give you some creative juices. But what we're going to show you today is, how you can take these ideas, merge them together, use them for your Christmas campaign, but also how you can use AI to make them even smarter. Hannah's going to do a short demo of the new social scheduling part of Maybe. But also we'll then, once we've done that, we'll then take the content that we've been talking about and show you how you could use it inside the platform. Which I think will bring the whole thing to life. Does that sound good to you, Hannah?
Yeah, sounds great. Yeah.
We love doing the preparation for these webinars on the webinar. It's much more for them to be spontaneous and live. It's much more fun. So the one I am going to start with, I'm actually going to repeat from 22 onwards because I think they're so important. Idea number 22 was a local gift guide. And I think for particularly the department store that's on the call today, and actually the health and well-being as well, gift guides are so valuable, and you've got such a great platform to use with Instagram or Pinterest to really showcase products. Now, I know it's getting ever closer to Christmas, isn't it? It's not yet Halloween, but it's definitely we're allowed to talk about Christmas now. One of the big things we've talked about in the past is how actually, whilst you might not be ready to start your Christmas campaign, it is absolutely okay to start talking about how you're preparing to do your Christmas campaign. So the beauty of social is it doesn't have to all be polished and finished content. You could start using in your stories what you're preparing, how's it going, look at the guide you're putting together. What do you think? I think that content's so overlooked often, Hannah, isn't it? Because it can do so much good actually showing people what you're going to do before you do it.
Yeah, definitely. It just adds more to your content as well. It just gives people a much greater understanding and connection with your business if they know, what preparations you've got leading up to Christmas. Not just 2 weeks before Christmas what you're actually offering, but all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes for you to be ready for the Christmas period is the sort of stuff that people love to read about and see. So yeah, definitely, it's definitely not too early to start posting that type of content.
So for the gift guides, for example, I think a great way to ask, you can start running surveys. Which one should we put in? Which one should we not? Will this one sell out before Christmas? Start creating a fear of missing out. For any physical retailer, I always say you should absolutely include goods from other businesses nearby you, because what you want to do is create a reason to visit the place, to visit your store, but also you want to visit the place because that coffee down the road looks so good, or that cake over there looks so good. So don't be afraid to collaborate in your stories as well and reshare other people's content. So you kind of curate a guide. I think that's really, really important. So the whole gift guide idea, I think, is something that any physical retailer should definitely focus on, because it's giving people a reason to visit the place. And I think stories are such a great way to do that. We touched on this last week, Hannah, the ugly sweater day. I mean, who doesn't love a Christmas jumper, right? It's just so important. And again, that ties with the gift guide, doesn't it? Because you can start to, are you ready for the ugly sweater day? Which one are you going to pick? Again, from a fashion retailer's perspective, this is great conversational content to start using, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Posting several ugly sweaters, saying which is your favorite, or or not your favorite, as it were. Yeah, just get people talking, and the uglier the better, I think, with Christmas jumpers. I think the more garish they are, the better. Absolutely.
But the point there, Hannah, is that you want to invoke opinion, don't you? What you want to do is be sharing stuff to say what's the Christmas jumper you're going to wear this year. What's the worst? What you want to do is get the comments running on your feeds, so that that's what gets your feeds to have more reach. So remember that with social, it doesn't always have to be amazingly curated, amazingly perfectly on brand. It's good if you've got some rules set, but it's the content that does the speaking. So this is a great idea for that can be used by a fashion retailer and can be used now. It could be used something that's being used every day to start working up to it. If you sell Christmas jumpers, obviously it can be handy, but just that whole conversation, and you could take the ugly sweater day and transpose it to what's your outfit for Christmas day, and what's your worst outfit, what's your best outfit, all of those things that are a conversation that everybody's beginning to think about, and turn that into a theme for your content now and going forward.
Or even if you don't sell Christmas jumpers, you could have two members of your team wearing their ugly sweaters and ask people which one's the best. Do a poll. Just things to get people talking, isn't it? It's and I think by posting members of your team again, it just gives people that connection with the people within your business too. So yeah, get posting those ugly sweaters on social as soon as possible, I think, Polly.
Absolutely. And on the day itself, I think, especially for remote teams, it's a really great way to put the people behind the brand in. It's a great way to bring your team to life. So yeah. as well as a retailer talking about whether it's sweaters or whether it's outfit for Christmas Day, from now until the run up to Christmas, nice engaging content on the actual day itself. Make sure you share your team, because that's really important. Instagram live sales as a campaign idea. I think there's so much that you've got the whole challenge of the run up to Christmas, and then you've got Boxing Day sales, and using Instagram live is a great way to be able to time box things, because obviously you don't want to go into discount until you're in discount, but what you can do is promote the fact you're going to do a live, and don't be afraid to practice with it. Don't be afraid to start talking about the live before you do the live, being able to shop from your own home. So if you're starting the sales in January, or on the day after Boxing Day, don't be afraid to do the live the day before. Build the hype. It really, people shop from their feeds, and so don't be afraid to bring your content to life. Same for the hotels. We've got a number of hotels on this call. A great way to be able to go live, not necessarily for sale, but to showcase the food being cooked, or bring your brand to life. It's really important, isn't it, Hannah?
Yeah, absolutely. And lives are a great way to do that, because they're just interactive, they're happening now, and there's something about that. I think there's something about the fact that it's live, this is happening now. I'm connected with this person because they are literally talking to me at this current time. And yeah, it's a great way to build connection, but also just draw in people's interest in, because if you're going live, you've obviously got something to talk about, and therefore it piques people's interest. They want to hear what you've got to say. So, but as Polly said, obviously give people advance notice that you're going live, just so you can just build that into anticipation, and obviously get more interest in the live before you actually go live.
Hannah, are we live today?
We are, absolutely.
Hannah, we probably, and we're naughty. We don't eat our own dog food. We should be streaming this live to channels, and we don't. So it's just, sometimes it's hard getting it all together, right? But our webinars are really well attended, so we tend to make our webinars for. So this webinar is being done in association with Vira, obviously. So it's great to see so many independent retailers on the call. So we try and keep them a little bit more intimate because they're more detailed content. So it's interesting how you can be live in many different ways. You can be live on Instagram. We're live today on Zoom, but we could be streaming it to multiple platforms. It's really a question of style as to whether or not you want to do how you want to do that. I know we've got a meeting to talk about how we do things in 2024. I don't know about you, Hannah, but we'll have that meeting. We had some little heads up on that right now. I think that we, as a company, feel very comfortable about video now. It can take a while, and I think we're there. And I think possibly we will make a decision that in next year, all our sessions like this probably are lives. But you have to get we're happy with it, don't you, Hannah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. And some people are daunted by going live, absolutely, especially that first one. But, definitely dive in, because your followers follow you because they're interested in what you do, and therefore going live and talking about something within your business is going to actually grab onto that interest. They don't follow you for any other reason other than they're interested in your business. They want to see what you do, what you offer. So, going live is absolutely a way to engage them and to do that. So yeah, don't be scared, dive in and do it. Definitely.
I'd be fascinated. Should we ask a question? Of all these lovely people on this webinar, how many of you have gone live, and how many of you run webinars? Put an L in the Q&A if you've done a live, and put a W if you've done a webinar. Come on, let's see how brave you are. Well, that's interesting. We've got a couple of W's, but no lives. Okay, I'll do a deal with you. Hannah, shall we next week? Should we make sure that this? We need to get on with it. Should we make sure that we're streaming this both to Zoom but also live as well? Should we make sure this is live next week?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, Hannah's taken I mean, last week we promised that we'd do a live demonstration of AI on today. So a couple more W's coming in, but no lives. Right, but if you're running a webinar, it can be a live. Next week we'll do it like that. And what we'll do is we might record how we've set it up before the webinar, so that you can just see what we do to make it alive. Hannah's really great at doing videos. So Hannah's before next week is going to record how we're going to make our Zoom webinar live, and we'll show you all how we do it. You go with that, Hannah?
Yeah, definitely.
We won't. Yeah.
Not daunted by that at all, Polly. No, it'll be fine.
Let's just whiz through. We're going to do 6 more ideas here. We're going to send everybody this list after this webinar, so you all got the list of 100 ideas for Christmas. And then we're going to go on to the live demo part of the webinar, where we're going to show you actually how to take one of these ideas and use AI to make it yours. So Santa's letters, again, make Christmas extra magical for your little ones with every purchase. Receive a personalised letter from Santa for your child. Share the joy of Santa's message through Santa's letters. Lovely, beautiful. But works really well for, depends upon your target audience. Is your audience one for children? So possibly fashion brands. If you're selling children's, the department store on the call today, amazing. Got toy department, this is for you. Hotels on the call, all the quite smart ones, I'd suggest this isn't for you. So it's pick your winners. But whereas a virtual advent calendar for the hotels, 100% great thing.
Lovely.
Yeah, beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful way to showcase. You don't need to have all of these. You just need to pick one. Sorry, honey, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, your advent calendar could be about so many different things as well, couldn't it? It could be open the door to a new area in your hotel this morning and see what Christmas stuff we've got going inside, or something like that. There's just so many ways you can use that advent calendar idea, or indeed gifts, open the door to another gift idea or something. So yeah, I really like that one. And again, it'll mean if people know you're doing a countdown, then they'll look out for it each day. They'll know that you're going to post. If you've posted number 1 on the 1st and number 2 on the 2nd, the chances are you're going to carry on until Christmas. So it just, again, builds that interest. People will look out for what you're posting each day. So yeah, I like that
one. Christmas puzzles. Change your mind with challenge. Big one. Challenge your mind with our festive puzzle. Actually, this is a great idea, because you've got that dead period, haven't you, sometimes between Christmas and New Year, where you can be commercial, but sometimes it's actually nice to give back. So stay tuned for weekly brain teasers on both our Facebook and Instagram pages. Comment with your answers and use Christmas puzzles. I think that's a really nice idea, and I think that might be a good one to take across to our AI. See what AI has to do with that. Let's see whether AI can help us work out what it needs to be. but again, can be themed to your business really, really easily. So great idea, and could works well on stories, could be used on reels. You could use those posts multiple ways, and it's one idea that then becomes really evergreen. There was an idea really early on, actually, in this section that we ran on a previous webinar, which is to add a theme to your Christmas content. And what I like about that is that you could pick one of the things out of here, maybe two, and say, right, we're going to run Christmas puzzles between Christmas and New Year, and we're going to do the Advent calendar. But actually, you do it in a style that means that all the rest of your content has a theme that makes it quite clear that it's you. So don't feel daunted by this and feel like you could do all of it. Pick one and go, that's what I do. But I'm also going to give it a theme that means that theme runs through everything else, because then your content will feel Christmassy, and will feel on brand, and people will keep seeing it. But then your big idea, and you only have to deliver one big idea, so to speak. Ornaments collection. Discover the beautiful Christmas ornament collection on Instagram. Each piece tells a story. So great for a home store. You could switch ornaments for Christmas treats. So the well-being and health store. What you could do instead of an ornaments collection, it could be great healthy Christmas nibbles, and a collection of the great things you can eat over Christmas. For Christmas, for me, about eating. Gosh, I love eating Christmas. There, about you, Hannah. But
yes,
yeah, make me taste Christmas before Christmas arrives, or make me see Christmas before Christmas arrives. This is just all lovely. It's a showcase, isn't it? Each piece tells a story. Find the ones that resonates with you or your loved ones, and that ornament, you can find and replace ornament for food or item. Again, lovely for stories, reels, everything. Yeah. Winter Wonderland. Do you think we get a white Christmas this year, Hannah?
Oh, I don't know. It's always a nice idea, isn't it? Yeah, I love the thought of waking up to a white Christmas, but then yes, probably not though. But it's a lovely ideal, isn't it, to wake up to white rooftops and everything.
But who could use a Winter Wonderland photos? I would say hotels. It'd be amazing if you've got a collection of pictures from the past with the hotel with snow. You could use those kind of pictures to showcase the hotel now for your bookings. Make it fit. I want to see the crackling fire. I want to feel the warmth. I want to see your tree, so that you start to book now, because that matters, right? Maybe already, but it's don't be afraid to start that. You can start sharing now, because clocks are about to change. The only thing we've got to look forward to right now is Christmas, and then there's spring again. So sorry, that's expressive, but show me the good bits. Once it starts getting dark, I always think. Gift wrapping ideas, love a bit of that. Rather than unwrapping, do wrapping. And again, this works for any retailer, I would say, or could work for the hotels. You could be running a gift wrapping events, but show me something I'm going to watch. It's something I'm going to share, and that's what makes your content go further, right? So if you can show people how to wrap gifts beautifully, how to eco wrap gifts, that's content people will comment on and they'll share. And that's what you're looking for on social, isn't it, Hannah? Is the whole thing is not necessarily about you, it's about how your customers are going to engage with that content.
Mm-hmm. And obviously you can be wrapping things that you offer, but it's a really subtle way of showcasing your products. You're not directly selling to somebody, but you're obviously what you'll be wrapping is something that they could buy from you. So yeah, I like that. It's engaging, it's eye-catching. So yeah, it's a good one.
Small shop day. Celebrate small business on Saturday. Join with us, the movement. So there's a small shop day. I'd have to check when it is, but it's probably in our content calendar set, Hannah, isn't it? We have a 365 days of content that you get when you sign up to Maybe. It's one of our bonuses, and it's also built into our AI, so it will tell you when that is. But yeah, any days that support local retail, as an independent retailer, definitely get behind them, because that really, you're becoming part of a bigger conversation, and engage with those hashtags, because you join a much bigger conversation, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think Small Business Saturday is coming up on the 25th of November. So that's in a month's time. So that's a date for the diary.
That'll be because Hannah's just written the blog for November content, isn't it?
Yes, it will. They get stuck in. Yeah.
If you want to know any dates for November, ask Hannah, because she knows everything. She's the oracle. So you get the idea. There's nothing that's out of bounds. You can use, there are another 100 ideas here for you as to what you can do for Christmas. I'm just going to come back because there was some at the beginning that I thought were really good. This countdown to Christmas, festive giveaways, decorate your feed we touched on today, really good. Holiday recipes, the health, that was the one I was looking for the health store that's on the phone today, food today. Holiday recipes, I think it's an absolute winner, isn't it? It's show me what I can cook, and then I need to go and buy the ingredients from you. Customer stories. Make Christmas about your team, make Christmas about your customer. That always works really well. Behind the scenes, 12 days of deals, stocking stuffers, always good. Charity drive, show your good side. Really important that we all give back to Christmas. There's so many awful things going on in the world right now. While we're having a great time, make sure you're helping someone that's not having such a great time. I think that's really important. Because if you're balancing, you got to balance commerce with the grim time that other people are having right now. We will send you this list. If you've got any questions on it, please don't hesitate to ask. There are 100 fantastic ideas here. And Hannah's now going to show you how to take an idea and say to maybe, can you help me do it? So Hannah, which one we're going to do? We're going to do the Christmas.
We mentioned the puzzles, didn't we? Yeah, should we do that one?
Do that one. So anybody else want to pick an idea from this list? Christmas baking challenge. Pick an idea from the list, and we will do that too. So let's. All right, Hannah, I'll let you share your screen, and I'll keep looking at the chat and work out which ones we're going to do next. The blind
Thank you.
Hannah can't see the chat while she does the questions. So there you go. We'll I'm going to stop my share, and you're going to share your screen. Is that right, Hannah?
Yeah.
This could go horribly wrong, people. Please, I'll apologise if you.
I love trying things live that we've not done in practice. It just adds that element of fun and a little bit of risk, doesn't it, Polly? Because we don't know what's going to. So this is obviously maybe. So no doubt a number of you will know this screen well by now. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to go in. So this is your social planner. So you find this under marketing. You connect all your social accounts here. If I click on new post and create new post, this is where you'll find the content AI. So this is where we're actually going to use AI to help us generate a piece of content. So pick a feed. You can multi-select feeds, but we'll just pick one for the purpose of today. And then straight away, I'm not going to type anything in my caption. I'm just going to go into generate with AI, and we're going to actually generate some content. So we are going to ask it to generate some content around a Christmas puzzle. So what should we ask it, Polly?
Take the idea. Let me try to put the idea in the chat for you. And I think, could you create me a post with some Christmas? Create me some Christmas puzzle ideas. It might. Wouldn't really like it there. Let's give it a try. Let's sit down. I've got a number of people saying, can they have the Christmas list? I'm just going to drop it in the chat, actually. So it'll be happening live. Let's go in the chat. So you should
you'd literally you can put anything in here. Put in a title, put in a description of what you're looking for. It could be absolutely anything. Keywords, you need to add at least one keyword, but it's just obviously something that you want to be in your caption. So I've just put puzzle because obviously that's what this post is about. And then you can select your tone. So I think coming to Christmas, there's got to be a place for grumpy somewhere, Polly, but we're not going to use that today. It's got to be a Scrooge post with grumpy in there somewhere, but we'll try that another day. So let's go for excited. We'll ask for 3 variations just so we can pick our favorite, and we'll go for a medium length. You can change all of this when you go in. So obviously the length of the content will very much be influenced by obviously what you're looking for, but also the channel you're looking to post to. And then once I've done that, obviously the more detail you put in here, the more specific your post will be, but I think we'll go with that. No idea what it's going to come up with, Polly.
But the key here for everybody on the webinar is that this is, you see how we know we want to do something and you've asked it and look what's happened. It's just delivered it for you.
Oh, I love this.
This was not pre-scripted. We've literally taken one idea from that sheet I've just shared with you all, given it to AI and said, could you please create it? What do we think? So what we actually needed to do, Hannah, is to actually create the puzzle.
Yeah.
Other AI, but you can do that. We won't do that on this webinar because it'll start getting too long-winded. But can you see how by AI is only as good as the idea you give it. Hannah, pick one of these and let's go and create an image for it, shall we?
Yeah, let's go to, so A Merry Journey of Twists and Turns, that jumps out. So once you pick one that you like, you click copy, it comes over here. You can edit it as much as you want. Click continue. You can still make edits just here. But let's generate an image. So do we want a puzzled looking Santa or a puzzled looking reindeer or something like that?
Sounds good to me. Something that would be hard to get an image for, I think, is the key, isn't it?
Yeah. I think Santa always looks jolly, so there. And then should we go animated? Now, obviously the style that you pick will depend on your brand and what other stuff you tend to post, but you'll find what works. He just looks quite jolly there, I think. Oh, there he looks a bit frustrated. He's struggling to solve the puzzle, I think. Let's pick this Santa. But you can go back if you want to generate new content. It'll keep whatever description you've actually put in, and then you can actually pick a different style. Let's go for colourful. Brilliant. He definitely looks puzzled there. And there. Let's pick this one. And that's it. We've basically created a caption. You'd want to tweak the caption, add in, whatever call to action was going to be there. So whether it was clicking a link, whether it was commenting below, or whatever it is you're looking for people to do. But obviously you can generate your caption and your image using AI. So we literally went into this post with an idea. We didn't have a preset caption. We didn't have an image. And yet that's exactly what we've got now. From using the AI, we've got a caption and we have an image to go with it. So it really does do all of that for you, just from an idea. So yeah, I like that.
That's really neat.
Fun. It really is. There's lots of tools in here to help you as well. You can create hashtag groups. So you might want to create a hashtag group for Christmas. Really easy to create a hashtag group. You just call it something. And then you just add your hashtags in here. And then when I click save and apply, not only will it pull that hashtag through to the caption, but it will also save that as a group for me. So obviously, especially if you are doing a Christmas campaign, you might want to save a group of hashtags so that you then go in. And as you can see, if I go into the saved hashtags now, it saved that group for me. And you can set up, obviously, as many groups as you want for different platforms. If you want to delete a group, you just go into edit and you've got a dustbin just there that you can delete. But that's a handy tool, especially for this as a campaign. You might want to research and then create a group of hashtags that you use. But then this just saves the legwork because you can save them in here and use them on every post. And then when you're ready, you just post now or schedule it for whatever date. You can schedule recurring posts too. So if it's a piece of content that isn't going to date, isn't really evergreen, it isn't topical and is evergreen, you can actually schedule it every week up until Christmas if you wanted. So if it was like gift wrapping ideas or something like that, you could actually schedule that a number of times up to Christmas. And that's it.
What about the story and the reel bit? What could I do with that if I wanted to just pick the story and the reel part of that post?
You can, well, that's a feature, obviously an Instagram feature, but if you've got Instagram selected, you can also post stories and reels too. So say, for example, if you're posting a video, a gift wrapping video or something like that, absolutely, you could also post that to your stories and your reels too. So that also can be scheduled, so that doesn't have to be posted now. So that's a really handy thing, because stories are really engaging. They're the thing that people are more likely to flick through, stories and reels, than necessarily feed posts. Say they're sat on the bus or the train or whatever. So being able to schedule stories and reels means you can be active in those places when you're not necessarily active. So yeah, you can actually schedule those ahead too. So you can definitely make the most of your content by not only posting just to your feed, but also posting to stories and reels as well. And that's all here as well for you.
And Hannah, obviously stories and reels are dependent upon media. And one of the things I'm really excited about, and the latest release of maybe, is the media gallery that we've now included. So do you want to just show how we've talked about how we can use AI to generate images? Obviously, that only works for fun stuff. It doesn't work for your product, because it needs to be your products. So if you want to actually use your products, just share how you can easily upload to the library.
Sorry, Santa. We're gonna say bye to Santa now.
For now.
So just here. So this is obviously where you found the image AI. You've also got upload from Media Library, and these are images and videos that we've uploaded for maybe content, and obviously it saves them all here. So you don't have to then go and find them on your laptop. They're literally all here. You can organize them into folders too. You can do carousels. So say I wanted to, so we're on Instagram. Say I wanted, and this is great for the gift guide actually, because you can then add a number of images, can't you, with a post. But you literally go into your media library. I'm just going to pick random posts. And then when that actually posts, so I'll pick 3. And then when that posts, as you can see just here, so this is the preview of my post. And it kind of has a guide feel, because as you see it, it's a bit like flicking through a guide or a catalogue. You could include your top 5 gift ideas for the week or something like that. And, obviously your customer can then scroll through and actually see those different images. And obviously then, you'd put a great caption with it in terms of describing what those ideas are, or just, something else. But yeah, all those images are actually saved in your media library. So when you take product shots, videos, that'll all be saved here. And then you can go back and use those again in future content. So just something that saves time. You don't have to, a bit like with the hashtags, you don't have to copy and paste hashtags from somewhere else into your posts. Here, all your images and videos are actually saved in your media library. So you can just go and use them time and time again.
So I think, Hannah, that's amazing. I've got another question here. Somebody wanted to know, they said, could you look at doing a demo of, can you use the AI to create Christmas countdown, a Christmas countdown? Do you fancy doing that, Hannah?
Let's have a look. So let's go in. So now obviously it'll create a post at a time. So whether we put in
Hannah making I do this
so let's do the 1st of December first, and see what it comes up with.
And as we all start to work with AI, I think the thing that I'm beginning to realize is just like having a buddy set beside you can go, oh, could you just do that for me? And it doesn't necessarily nail it first time, but it saves you so much time. Because it just means you don't have to start from the beginning. It gives you something to start with. And it's so much easier to edit stuff than ever it is to create it. And so what I love about it is that whole blank sheet of paper, doing the research, you've compressed time enormously, because you've got an idea and you might get, oh, I didn't like that. But you can go, well, actually, I like the second one. Could we extend it? Can we make it bigger? And the thing that maybe really focuses it on is how can we make this AI help you do your best work faster? So all of our engineering team focus all the time on how can we make this better for you. So we'd love your feedback. Our job is to make your job easier. Hannah, you're because you run our social, you're already on the front line of this. How much easier is it making your world? It's not taking your job away. How much better is it making your job?
As you say, it's like just having an assistant. It's like having somebody that you can say, I've got this idea. Can you write me 3 captions, please? You know, and obviously you're going to want to review and tweak the end result. But often not a lot. You know, you just want to make it, you'll also often add the call to action. You might change a sentence here and there or whatever. But, you know, like these 2 just here, you know, I would take, apart from adding in a link, whatever the call to action I had for this content was, I would take either of those posts exactly as they stand. Because it's done exactly what I asked, you know, create a caption, a short caption, starting on the 1st of December, and obviously piquing people's interest about a countdown to Christmas. And that's exactly what these 2 posts do. So, you know, I would literally copy that post across, whether my call to action was going to be a blog that actually, you know, was all about a Christmas countdown or something like that. But I would literally add that link in here, add or create my image or my video, and that's done. So it saves you so much time. It really does. Gives you inspiration. You know, you might have an idea. And as we saw with the first example, you know, you've got an idea and literally you can use AI to generate that for you completely. Or you might already have a caption. You might have written something and think, oh, you know, it doesn't sound great. It doesn't sound very engaging. You know, I just want to improve it. And then you've got these other options too, where you can actually improve your writing, make it shorter, make it longer, proofread it, do a spell check, you know, so it just, yeah, it just really helps, massively helps. It doesn't take your job away, as you say. It doesn't do 100% of it for you. You're the expert, you know, you're going to want to add your tweaks and your tone to it, but I think it just does a huge amount of the legwork for you. So big time saver, and I love it.
Got something
very, but you can lose lots of time looking at the AI, because it's fun as well.
And Hannah, we've got this both for organic content, but there's a whole new section on the platform too that we're not going to touch on today, but that does ads as well, that uses AI to write your ads for you and then to put your money in the right place, which we're really excited about. So if you haven't yet gotten a Maybe account, please do let us know. We are just releasing the most enormous update for Maybe platform, and we are requiring people that have existing Maybe accounts to actually set up new accounts. So please do get in touch if you haven't yet had any account set up, and keep your eyes peeled because there'll be lots of webinars coming up about all of the new and exciting features on Maybe. Just drop a yes in the Q&A if you'd like to have a private onboarding session to the new Maybe platform. Bar members have got a really good deal on this, so please don't be shy coming forward. And drop a yes in the chat, and we'll make sure we get back to you all. Look at the yeses coming. Look at that. Don't miss out, because the longer you take, the longer your meeting will be away. So yeah, anybody who hasn't yet got a Maybe account, please do let us know. And you'll have access to all of this and much more. I've sent the list to everybody for the 100 Christmas ideas. We're running this webinar every Wednesday till Christmas and keep going through it. And then we'll transition into planning 2024. So if you've got a free slot at 10 o'clock on Wednesday, don't be a stranger. Please come and join us. And thank you all so much for coming. Lots of yeses coming here. We will definitely, everybody that's asking, you'll be offered an onboarding session. And yeah, Hannah, what else have we got to say? We good?
I think so. Yes, it's just getting more exciting. I think what Maybe can do is just it's just getting more and more all the time. The ads blew me away when I first saw it, and then the ads side and how it can generate campaigns for you. It actually it finds out, but by basically putting in basic details, isn't it? It finds out who you are, what your business is, you know, what your tone is in terms of what you put in your social content, and then it can actually build campaigns for you. So yeah, it's clever stuff, and it's great. So yeah, dive in. But any questions, do get in touch, because we're always here to help.